All week long, Showbiz Tonight is wild about Harry Potter. It's our special series on Harry Potter as the fourth movie in the series, The Goblet of Fire, opens up tomorrow, as you may have heard. Tonight, in an interview you will see only here on Showbiz Tonight, actor Daniel Radcliffe, who of course portrays Harry Potter, came right here to the Showbiz Tonight studio. We talked about a lot of things. We had the chance to talk about Daniel's theory on Harry's final outcome and exactly what the British press had to say about that theory. He also told me that he thinks the fans will be happy with this one because it is darker and because there is some romance.
All of these movies have been terrific, but I walked out of this one after seeing it thinking, this was the best one. Now, do you have any objectivity about that at all?
Yeah, no, you do. I mean, I think the film, there are some bits in the film that, I mean, I think as a whole the film was really brilliant. I mean, I think they all have been. I think they've been very, very different. But we say it every single year, but they are getting better and better and better. And I think that's something, you know, and that's, I think, quite rare for a big franchise. You know, often subsequent films after the original, they go downhill a bit, and I think we've constantly got better. So, you know, I think that's something that we can all be very, very proud of, really.
And we've seen an evolution over the years, but in this one, and the thing that a lot of people are making the big deal of, is the evolution to a darker film. Everybody's talking about it being a PG-13. For you as an actor, and for you carrying on in the fourth time doing Harry Potter, was that adding to the excitement of shooting the film?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think we don't, because no one on the film, we're not sort of constantly going, sort of referencing the other films when we're shooting this one, so we're not constantly going, oh look, this is much darker than that, so we're not hugely aware of it when you're doing. I think when you actually see the film, you can't help but be aware of how dark it actually is. But it's I think the fans would have been really furious with us if we hadn't got a PG-13 rating, because the book is so dark, it is that dark, and to get a rating less than that, we would have, you know, we would have had to have pulled away from the darkness that is in the book, so we've been as faithful to the book as we possibly can be.
Dark, and at one moment, a really sad moment. I actually got a little weepy, I'm not ashamed to say.
Good, well, no, good.
I'm glad you were sad.
No, yes, no, if we can depress a few people, then we've done our jobs. But, it's you know, it is a sad film, and I mean, it can't help but be sad. You know, a 16-year-old boy dies in it, and that's an incredibly, you know, when that happens in the real world, sort of everyone is affected by it. It really sort of shocks and saddens everyone, and so, you know, we're doing that in the film, and hopefully it will have a similar effect on people.
And among the ways your character matures and that you have matured in your own life, a lot is also being made of the fact that there's now romance. There are now women, girls in the picture, and I have to say you're very convincing as a bumbling young boy uncomfortable in front of the women. What were you drawn on for that?
Well, personal experience, really. I mean, I think every guy has had awkward moments with girls. I mean, it's just something that everyone goes through, because I think the thing that guys sort of originally think, I certainly did when I was 14, I think I speak for a lot of men, is that, you know, I know if I want to, I'll just have to think, I'll just think of really clever things to say, and the harder you try to be clever, the more likely it is you'll look stupid. And so it's just learning to be natural with girls, and so I'm now just a lot more sort of like just normal and sort of myself with them. But before I was very much like what Harry did, and trying to say stuff or trying to be, you know, funny or interesting, and it just going horribly wrong, which is what Harry's like in this film. He's just completely awkward with girls.
Every time I've seen you out with the fans, you're very gracious with them. You're signing autographs, and it genuinely seems like you're happy to be there talking about it. Has it ever been a little out of control or uncomfortable for you?
No, not really. I mean, obviously here in New York there are the people who aren't the fans of the films that are the autograph hunters.
Paint the picture. What happens with them? Well,
basically you sort of get out of the car anywhere you're going. They know your schedule better than you do, really, and so that you'll get out of the car and they'll sort of be standing there in a group with them, and they're not the real fans. Sometimes, you know, people will be there and they are the real fans completely, and for them I'd always be more than happy to sign, but it's the autograph hunters that are quite aggressive. But I mean, when I'm actually at the premieres and stuff, all the people that are there are fans, are real fans of the books.
But just walking down the street, do you ever have moments when you just wish you could walk in quiet and peace, because obviously you're very recognizable?
I can walk down the street, really, which I'm thankful for, and I'm you know, hope long may that continue, you know. But I mean, people do come up, but they're always so, you know, positive about the films and about me, and it's great, you know. I would challenge you to find an actor that does not like flattery.
Exactly.
So, you know,
it is a part of the equation for many of them.
Well, exactly.
And you have been doing this part now for better than a quarter of your life. Do you ever feel along the way, God, I've kind of missed out on my childhood, or you're like, I can't believe the life I have?
I can't believe the life. I mean, the thing is, it's very hard to define what would constitute a normal childhood. I mean, the difference between my childhood, the biggest difference between my childhood and what would be deemed a normal childhood is that I don't go to school every day. You know, I go and do filming, where I do school on the set, but I go and do these films. But, you know, for me, as far as I'm concerned, it may not be what everybody actually think it would expect, but I think being on the film set has actually given me sort of a more stable place to be, because if you think about it, when you're at school, everyone is going through the same puberty thing, and everyone's minds are a little bit confused and like unstable, and just, you know, no one knows what's going on in their heads, and so, but on a film set, most of the people, you know, you're surrounded by the crew who have all been through that, and so we're all quite stable, so you're more likely to get through that a lot easier when you're around people that have already been through it and can talk to you about it, rather than a whole load of people who just stand there going, I don't know what's going on. So, yeah.
And they don't get to do the stunts that you get to do.
No, they certainly don't.
Was that one of the best parts of the film for you? Because when you were 11, I don't think they were having you do all of your own stunts.
No, no.
And this time around, you got to.
Yeah, I mean, it was fantastic. I had an amazing stunt department behind me the whole time. They were just brilliant. The underwater stuff was a lot of fun. You know, it was
fascinating scenes in the movie, and I've seen some of the behind-the-scenes footage.
Oh, right, okay, cool.
You know, down there and spending a lot of time in this tank.
We spent 41 hours and 23 minutes around that.
And now you're a world-class diver.
Well, now I think I'm about 3 lessons away from having like a certificate saying that I can do it anywhere in the world and stuff. So it's, you know, it's another one of the opportunities the films have given me, is to learn scuba diving, because I'm quite a, you know, I'm relatively lazy. Probably not something I would have done had it not been for the Harry Potter films. J.K.
Rowling has said 7 books, that's going to be it. You have a theory as to what Harry Potter's future is going to be about?
I said this in England, and of course the sort of British press jumped all over it and said, because my prediction is that because Harry and Voldemort are always so closely linked, through the wands have got the same core, and there's so many similarities and links between them, I think maybe the only way Voldemort can be killed is if Harry dies as well. That's the theory. Of course, the British sort of papers jumped all over that, and it was like, Daniel Radcliffe says Harry will die. And so it's like, you know...
Puts you as an authority, then.
But of course, I know this is completely uninformed. J.K. Rowling has not... You know, I think the only person on the films who's heard something... You know, the directors, I think, always have an idea of what's going to happen. I think David Heyman, the producer, does. But the only actor that's been told anything about the future of his character is Alan Rickman.
Oh, okay. So the directors are the ones to hassle and harangue about finding out the future. Order of the Phoenix, scheduled for release in 2007. A little premature to be talking about it. They've already, it's, you know, it's on there. It's in the database as such. But you're on board.
Yes, definitely. I start filming in February, and the director's a man called David Yates, who's done a lot of British TV. I'm not sure he's ever done a film before, I'm not sure, but the British television, what he's done is he did a thing called State of Play, was the thing that I think really got everyone going, oh, maybe he should do, and it's amazing. It's absolutely brilliant.
Return of Ray Fiennes for that film?
Oh yeah, I think I don't like to say, you know, if he's not going to do it, I don't know, but as far as I'm, you know, there's characters in there, so I would think yes, I hope so. Yeah.
Daniel Radcliffe, pleasure to see you.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
Daniel, as charming as he appears, and certainly